Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Cup Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight it is race number 15 of 26 of the regular season, and we are here at the beautiful Talladega Super Speedway here in Alabama. Glad to have you with us here tonight for what is going to be a enthralling night of action here from one of, if not the fastest racetrack in the world, at the beautiful high banks of Talladega. Glad to have you with us here, my lovelies. We have 22 cars stacked up for the grid tonight in what is probably, I think, the biggest field we've had all season, and definitely a race drivers have had circled for a long time. I'll get this underway real quick and get through the grid, and we'll get through to the rest of our pre-race festivities. So, on pole tonight is the number 3 of Brad Ranger. And outside pole, we got the 17 of Tomato. And then through the rest of the grid, we have the 9 of Irate Pluto starting 3rd. Starting 4th, the 6 of Ardeni. Starting 5th, the 99 of Crimson Sniper. Starting 6th, the 43 of LRS. Starting 7th is the 12 of Drake. Starting 8th is the 24 of Mole. Starting 9th is the 47 of Dusty Stud. Starting 10th is the 42 of SP. Starting 11th is the 48 of Hack. Starting 12th is the 8 of Kinney. Starting 13th is the 1 of Storm. Starting 14th is our Project 27 driver of Rock NASCAR. Glad to have you back with us, Rock NASCAR. This is his second race with us in the Project 27 car. First since the Daytona 500. We're glad to have him back with us. Starting in 15th is the 5 of Mr. J. Starting 16th is the 18 of Flash Champs. In 17th, the 7 of D-Port. In 18th, the 55 of Some Wyo Guy. In 19th, the 4 of Hunter. In 20th, the 20 of Load Broke. In 21st is the 21 of Clater. And rounding out the field in 22nd is High Road. We're set to go racing for 250 miles tonight, 94 laps around the Talladega Super Speedway. And I have some, gotta get through this hot news real quick. Storm is messaging me at the moment. We are in a lightning delay. Okay. I guess there's some lightning strikes outside of the racetrack, apparently. That's what I'm being told. Fans to seek cover. Okay. Waiting for this to follow up. Potentially just holding off the start of the race for a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get through this hot news, the titular hot news, while I have the chance. And I don't think I ever really mentioned this, but actually, never mind. I'll bring that up after the fact. Anyways, so we begin with our race recap for the Truck Series race, which happened last night, in which it was a brutal race for drivers fighting for every point to help them in the playoffs. I was able to cap off another oval win, making it back-to-back for myself. Hunter is pushing very hard to fight his way into the playoffs after a successful run in Texas. He is inching closer, but a very tall order still lies ahead as the trucks head to Chicagoland next week for the second-to-last race before the playoffs. Drama is starting to build up there. Obviously, playoffs have kind of been shifted a little bit with certain drivers not being able to make the cut now, which has moved people forward and has now tightened the gap between drivers to the last spot in. A race preview for tomorrow night, in which the Xfinity Series continues their short track challenge, with Part 2 taking place at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The Magic Mile has been a great place for battles throughout the field. Bumps and runs will be a factor all race long. Drivers SP and Flash are going to be the ones to watch, as they have a rematch of the season, in which in the Cup Series here just a few weeks ago at New Hampshire, they had the closest finish in UTLR history, with SP just barely beating out Flash. They are going to be the ones to watch, and it'll be tough to see how other drivers stack up against them. And finally, for the Cup Series preview tonight, the Cup Series heads to Alabama to take on the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway. This is the most unpredictable track on the circuit, and it could change a driver's season around. Many drivers are still looking for their first win of the season, and some looking for that first win of their career. Will we see an underdog outperform the big guns, or will we see another familiar face up on the top step of the podium? We did have an interview with Drake before the race. Our journalist, Mr. SP, was able to speak with him. When he asked Drake, heading to this week's race at Talladega, what are you going to do differently to try and get that first career win? Drake responded with, hopefully do the same thing as last year, stay up front and stay out of trouble. It's tough to win over here, like you said. I was close to a couple of wins last year and just came up short. I'm really looking forward to Talladega. Drake even calling his shot earlier on in the week in a few other races. I do have some betting odds for you. I'll just go through the top 3 and bottom 3. There are a bunch of others. There are a bunch of odds listed. I'll go through the favorites, or betting favorites, the long shots, and then my personal picks, who I think would get it done. Mole's the betting odds-on favorite at plus 210, with Tomato being plus 220 and Dr. Clater being plus 230. And with the longest shots being Mr. Hunter at plus 200, Mr. J being plus 2,900, and some wild guy being plus 3,500 at the initial betting gates. Now, who would I be betting on for this race? Well, there are definitely 3 that I'll be keeping, or making sure y'all keep an eye on, and that being Storm, Drake, and actually, I know those 2 are big favorites. I need to think of one other. We'll go Kenny. Yeah, no, Kenny, who almost won the All-Star race here at Talladega just a few weeks ago. Had a great performance there. So Kenny, Storm, and Drake are definitely going to be ones to watch that you might want to, or you could expect to see winning. Thank you, SP and Storm, for that info. Lag is being reported in 2020 lobbies throughout the day and 2022 lobbies now. Things are just now starting up as well to see how it looks. Okay, so that is why we are on a hold right now. Thank you, Mr. Storm. Let's go check our points standings real quick. I'll relay that to you guys. So as far as our Cup Series standings go, we'll go through just our playoff drivers right now. Mole is still leading the points, albeit the gap is starting to close. He leads 58 points over Tomato in second, and the rest of the field actually has not changed through the top 9. Tomato stays second, SP stays third, Flash Champs fourth, Irate Pluto fifth, LRS sixth, Hack seventh. Our Project 27 car is eighth. Kenny is 9th, and our first change, Loadbroke moves to 10th, Storm moves to 11th, Drake moves to 12th, with that 44 car being out, and with the Project 27 car being taken out of the equation, it appears as though the number 3, Brad Ranger, is the first car in the playoffs. Yes, he is. And the gap between him and the rest of the field is looking very, very tight. It's 3 cars under a blanket right now. 31 points separates 14th and through 16th. 14th obviously being the first one in, because 2 cars ahead of them are not going into the playoffs. So it's between Brad Ranger, Crimson Sniper, and Ardeni for that last spot with just a few rounds left. Loadbroke leading the Rookie of the Year standings by 17 over Brad Ranger. Let's see. Coming up for UTLR within the next week. Obviously tomorrow, the Xfinity Series is going to be racing at New Hampshire, second round of the Short Track Challenge. Going to be a fantastic race. Xfinity cars around New Hampshire never disappoint. Then we have the UTLR podcast on Friday. Make sure to tune in. All the guys will be there and spewing their hottest takes on the world of motorsports and everything that there is UTLR. Next week, is our Truck Series in action? I believe they are, yes. So Trucks are in action next week. They are at Chicagoland. Cup Series next week will be at Pocono for a doubleheader. 2 Pocono races in one night. Yikes. Yikes for me, that is. And is our Xfinity Series going to be racing next week? Yes, they are. They will be at Richmond. Going to be a very, very fun week. And starting up in just about 2 weeks' time is UTLR F2, which begins on March 4th at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Going to be highly anticipated. We can't wait to see all the F2 cars hit the track. And, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as, I've kind of touched over everything. Thank you, Mr. Mountain Ranger, for your support and of our drivers and your good luck message. That is very sweet. Storm is now streaming. Looks like they're getting the lobby up, or at least they did a test run. Or apparently they did a test run of the lobbies just to see how it worked. I'm waiting to hear back. Oh my gosh, you'll have to excuse me. It's been a fairly long day. But it looks like they're just testing to see if the servers are good enough to run for tonight. Let's see. The Daytona 500 and the first week of racing is through the books in NASCAR. And, I mean, the racing was good. Like, all the races were fun, and I enjoyed it. But, yeah. Wasn't very happy with the winners. That's just me being salty, though. Or at least for the 500 and the Xfinity race. I was very happy that Nick Sanchez got the dub. Apparently, Brett Griffin said on DBC today that he's going to be spotting a third RCR car this year in Cup that has been confirmed for 7 races this year. I don't know if this was already prior knowledge, but I feel like this is kind of new, at least to me. That third car possibly being driven by what I'd have to assume either Brody Kostecki or Mr. Austin Hill. So, could be on the lookout for that. What else is there? Atlanta's this week for trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. That'll be that's going to be fun. It's obviously going to be a little weird to have 2 super speedways back to back, but that's okay. I can't think of anything else. So now I guess we kind of just sit here and kind of question why we're all here. Thank you, Mr. Rock NASCAR, for chiming in. I appreciate it. And shout out to our sponsor of UTLR, the Xbox One esports racing community. The #1 community for all esports racing on Xbox. This is a very great group of people, and they continue to support other leagues and share ideas and share all the great knowledge that there is to have on this game and many others. So thank you for everything you do, and thank you for your continued support of UTLR. I have 3,200 channel points here on UTLR Live. But our only options for rewards are highlight my message, unlock random sub emote, send a message in sub-only mode, choose an emote to unlock, or modify a single emote. This is a message for post reference after the stream is over. Storm, if you're rewatching this, It's like you should get some more rewards in there. 'Cause I got a lot, and I don't know. Highlighting my message is usually all I really do, but it'd be kind of cool though, don't you think? Maybe get like some rewards and put in there. Be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm just shouting out ideas. If you want onboards for tonight and are sick of hearing my voice, well, there's a few people you can go watch. The High Road 1748A is streaming his point of view. UTLR Storm is streaming his view of the race. I believe Dusty Stud is also streaming it. And I think that's everyone that's got a POV for this race. All of that on Twitch. So, yeah. Let's see here. They setting up the lobby. It looks like they are setting up the lobby. Getting people in there. Apparently they have determined that it is good enough to go. 94 laps from Talladega. 2 times wear. 50% race length. Normal draft stages are on. Black flags are on. And all cautions will be called from the administration team on track. 2 cars involved in the same incident that go around is going to constitute a caution. Although, I don't think we're going to be seeing too many cautions tonight outside of the stage cautions. Albeit with a bigger field size, obviously stuff can happen, but I would find that very hard to happen. Storm's got to figure that out because there's not a big enough field size. Oh yeah, no, oh it's a public lobby, that's why. Oh, I'm gonna have to be really quick for this. Please don't join the lobby. Don't join the lobby when the stream's ready, or like because I need to get in there. Okay. Yay! I got in. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, LRS. Thank you, SP. Anyone else give me invites? No. Thank you, Hunter, LRS, SP, for the invitations. I appreciate it. They could have just put more slots in here so that more people could watch. That would be kind of cool. Although it would have been a lot more of a pain in the bum. Alright, well, I'm in. Look at all these beautiful cars on pit roads. Nice to see everyone showing up. We're seeing a few returning faces that we haven't seen on track for a little while. I'll make sure to note them when we go through the field and take a look at all the pretty paint. I believe some wild guy in that 47. No, is it? No, that's not him. That's Dusty Stud. Dusty Stud is making his first start since Phoenix, in which he almost won it. It's from a while back. He's back in that 47 machine. Whew. One of these days I'm gonna have to try and like convince them to put me in the Project 27 car. It'd be kind of cool, I think. Alright, let's take a look. Through the field we go. The 1 here is Storm. Here's Drake. The 47 of Stud. The 21 of Dr. Clater. The 7 of Deeport. The 99 of Crimson Sniper. This 24 of Mold. The 17 of Tomato. The 6 of Vardeni. The 27 Project 27 car of Rock NASCAR. Good luck to you, good sir. The 18 of Flash Champs. The 55 of Some Wild Guy. The 4 of Hunter. The 3 of Brad Ranger. The 19 of High Road. The 8 of Kenny. The 5 of Mr. J. And the 43 of LRS. The 42 of SP. And the 20 of Loadbroke. And the 48 of Hack. And the 9 of Ari Pluto. That is your field for tonight. Some familiar faces with some returning ones. And definitely a shuffled up field. Obviously, Super Speedway qualifying can produce for some interesting fields. But, you know, it's not where you start. It's about where you finish. That's always what I say about qualifying. Because, I don't know. Personally, me personally, if I could have the option to not qualify and just go right into the race, I would choose to not qualify and just start in the rear for every race. But that is just me. Especially here at Talladega. It will be 29 laps for, or no, it'll be 28 laps in stage number 1. I don't know what fuel is going to look like here. Obviously, that's going to be a little interesting. So we'll have to see how that plays out throughout today. But here we go. They're going to be going at the start-finish line, so we got a little ways to go till then. 22 cars gridded up tonight here for race number 15 of the regular season here in the Cup Series. 22 drivers trying to stake their claim as the fastest man in town and trying to dominate the high banks here at Talladega. Who's going to get it done? We'll find out in 94 laps time as Brad Ranger and Tomato lead us to the green flag. We are underway here from the Geico 250. Already halfway through lap number 1, and you see everyone's trying to get down to the bottom. There's a few drivers straggling on that outside lane trying to make it work, and a few drivers had a message at the end of the stream last time, and that was to try and work the outside lane because it's fun, and you should definitely do it and it can work if enough people choose to do it. Right now, Brad Ranger does lead though. He led from the start. And we'll lead through to lap number 3, or lap number 2 under our own power. But, oh, car in the wall in the back. That was SP, and there's a huge crash already. Kenny involved, D-Port involved. It looks like Storm and Dusty Stud are involved. Caution has come out, I believe, immediately. They'll throw a caution next time by. I said we wouldn't really see any cautions today, and immediately there's already a wreck. It looks like 5 cars involved. There's a car just up ahead. I think, yeah, that is Dusty Stud. A pack is broken away. But that'll get rebunched back together with this caution when they come to the line. And that kind of surprised me. Usually we don't really go, we don't really have cautions at super speedways, but yeah. They'll be racing to the caution line here. Brad Ranger will lead them to it. They had a really good start. Everyone got away fine. Obviously, in 1 and 2, trying to get up to speed, it's going to be a little tough. That could have potentially been some lag, although I feel like we would have seen some people back out already. I haven't seen any lags, and I'm not seeing any on the stream, so it looks like we're fine. Although 26 laps to go left in stage number 1. Still got a long ways to go. Hey, there's the stream right there in that little box on the backstretch. You're going to see cars going through there. Not just right here, but like, look. There's cars. Oh my goodness. And the camera's changed. No way. Can I see the thing now? Aw, darn it. Oh yeah, yes, I still can. That's kind of cool. Pit road will be open this time. Drivers will probably come in to put in their setups and get their fuel on tires all up to par so that they can go the rest of this stage without having to worry. I don't know how long we can go on fuel though, which is why I'm very happy to see them come hit pit road, so now I can know. Crimson Sniper moved up a ton of positions off the start. He moved up to P3. Great start for him. Pit road open this time. Who comes in? Only the top 3, and it appears some wild guy. A bunch of people choosing to stay out. It'll be Mo leading the field as they choose to not wave around, but just not come down to pits. So they can go 19 laps on a fuel run. Okay, so 19 laps, and they'll be going green with 24, I think. Hopefully 25. I think The biggest thing, actually, I'll say that later. So they'll probably go green, being 5 laps short of pitting. So they pit for tires here, then they're going to be good on tires. They'll just have to pit for fuel. Storm has 14 seconds of damage, so nasty hits for people like Deport, SP, and Storm. I was going to say what they need to do, and what I always kind of have a quarrel with tracks longer than 2 miles, like at Indianapolis or Daytona or Talladega, is just that, you know, it's a long way around this track, and kind of like to see a choose cone when they're coming out of pit road. But obviously, we still got a lot of race left, so it's not like too big of a concern. Ooh. Or I guess, oh my goodness, are they actually doing that? Or I thought they were going to be choosing. Are they actually? Oh my gosh! Heavens above, they have heard my prayers! They're actually they actually choose going into 3. I'm blessed! We're all blessed. We get to go this time. Oh my goodness. Rejoice, rejoice, viewers. We are going green this time in the restart zone. Mr. Hunter Morton, Mr. Morticianer, Mr. HD, Mr. Whatever, Mr. Morbius, I don't know, whatever you want to call him, he's starting second. But it'll be Mole in control of the show from the inside lane as they enter into the Geico restart zone. Through the gears they go. He leaves that outside lane in his dust. Green flag. We are back underway here from Talladega. That 4 car found a lane on the bottom quick as we now hit 24 laps to go. Or you see drivers fanning out in the back trying to figure out if an outside lane's going to work. See, I think that's Crimson Sniper leading the charge up there. Yes, it is. You got to respect the efforts of those trying to work the outside. Honestly, I think they should just stick to it. But obviously, having drivers that can't hold the line is not going to help. Low broke up in the outside wall, trying to give room. Is up towards the front. It's going to be Mole leading again. Looks like Hack's pulling up high. I don't know why. Might be just letting people back by. See, it's all getting crazy in the back. They're going to have to reform. There's a beginning to become a split of the field between Deport and Hack. It looks like they're fine now. YO guy just dipping below the yellow line there. But completely single file throughout the field. And this, viewers, is where we kind of just kick back our feet and just kind of relax. Because right now, unless like people get shuffled out of line or that outside lane doesn't start to go, we're kind of just going to be seeing this for a little while, up until pit stops. So what do you want to talk about? The sun was pretty out today for us, for our standards. It's becoming a beautiful sunset wherever you may be now. I hope you found your sunset to be as beautiful as I found mine to be, wherever that may be. It's Wednesday, so we're already halfway through the week. That's kind of crazy. Only Thursday and Friday. It's almost Friday. We are just a day away from Friday, and then it's the weekend. Can you believe it? I certainly can, because I've like lived a bunch of weeks of my life, so yeah, I've kind of been there, done that. Let's see. Top 5 right now is Mold, Tomato, Hunter, Rock NASCAR in the Project 27 car, and Flash Champs. And if we call back to last night, that 4 car, who was a 32 truck, had a really nice run going for himself. And he said he's very hungry to try and get a win here in UTLR. And I definitely think he's going to be one to watch as well. Of, I believe, his three NASCAR Heat 5 league wins in his career, one of them has come from Daytona. So, there you go. He's a pretty good super speedway racer from when I've raced with him. So, yeah, it'll be cool to see. Mr. J and Brad Ranger, our pole sitter, might be out of the draft. Mr. J has some front end damage. Unless they kind of like drop back, they're already going to be out of the draft this early on. What is going on here? Drake trying to form an outside lane with Hack and people that are like 4 cars back. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Brad Ranger's doing. He's trying to go down the inside of Mr. J. Shouldn't they be working together? I think they would. Lodebroke isn't trying to work with the outside lane. He's like, nah, screw this. I'm going to the inside. Jake obviously not too happy with that. And I think that's going to be kind of frustrating for a lot of drivers tonight. Here's Irate Pluto trying to pull high, or might have got shoved out high. Regardless, he's out on the outside where you don't want to be. Car in the grass in turn 3, and that's Deeport Eddie, who's gone all the way to the inside wall, and he is spinning out of control. And that is just 1 car around, so no caution will be called, but that is going to separate the field between Lodebroke and the cars ahead being Ardeni. So I think Ardeni is going to be able to... Actually, Ardeni is going to lose the draft from the main pack, so this is going to split up into 2 very big packs. Majority of the pack being this leading group of 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. 8th being Irate Pluto. Yeah, that second pack does have the numbers advantage, so as long as they work together and just push each other, unlike what they're doing right now, they should catch them. Well, I think they're actually just working together to get around Ardeni. But yeah, as long as they don't like do what they're doing right now and trying to work the outside lane here and just trying to like slow each other down, they should be fine. Now they got to drop all the way to the back. We have just 18 laps left remaining in stage number 1, and oh yeah, can we get some F's in the chat for Mr. Deeport Eddie, as he now bears one of the loneliest rides he's gonna have in his entire life. Believe me, we've all been there. Losing the draft to a super speedway sucks. There's no other feeling about it. It just sucks. You lose the draft, and now for the next 18 laps, Deeport Eddie, without hope of a caution, is just seeing nothing. It's a lonely road he drives. Anyways, back up in the leaders, they are choosing to be civil and not fight and just kind of pull away from that second pack. Really just trying to conserve the fuel, just conserve their energy, and just kind of relax, make some small talk over the radio. Meanwhile, back here in the second pack, with their hopes of trying to get a lot of stage points on the line, they finally have now gotten single file. And with this, they're going to start to make up a lot of ground because they do have a strength in numbers. Now, admittedly, I have seen situations where strength in numbers doesn't necessarily mean that they catch up to the cars in front, but they do have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars versus 8. I think they should be fine as long as they just are stuck to each other's bumpers. They are presumably making up time, as you see. Although, main issue might be Lodebroke is kind of struggling to hold that inside line and minimize time. Actually, we do have a car that went out wide. That's High Road. And High Road might have just lost the draft. That's not going to be good for this main pack. They might have to check up a little bit, let them keep that draft. We'll see here in the 3 and 4 if they're able to hold on. They're starting to get a little squabbly up here. Hunter's really struggling to keep that bottom lane down to earth. It looks like Howard's just barely keeping in the draft of Irate Pluto. I think he's going to be fine. I'm just shocked he's stayed kind of at this length for so long. My goodness. Yeah, and there we go. Now he's starting to pull in. So all good through there. Meanwhile, it looks like Mr. Clater, our Daytona, no, not our Daytona 500 winner. Our Xfinity in Truck Series season opener winner at Daytona. So definitely a great draft track racer. Just struggling right now in that second pack. Not much he can really do. I think one of the best things they could try and do is maybe go alternative fuel strategy. Because if they pit together in numbers and then just try and, hit, then maybe it could work. I mean, that's just a stretch. 15 laps left to go in the stage. Actually, these leaders have not pit, so they're going to have to pit earlier than the people in the back. So they're all going to have to pit earlier than the people in the back who all came down pit road. So that's going to be a little interesting. They're probably at 4 laps left on their fuel. Maybe. Even on the super speedway, you see the 24 and the 17 leading the field 1-2, like we've seen them do all season long. Oh, the 4 just got shuffled out of line by Rock NASCAR. And actually, no. This is probably how we've seen the field all season. This is kind of the story of the season within the top 3. Mole has been the definition of consistency and excellence, having the most wins on the season, leading here at Talladega, with Tomato, who's right behind him, so close in his tracks, just not being able to quite have the luck to stay up with Mole. And then you have our Project 27 car, which has thrived all season long, having the second most amount of wins on a car, and has just done really well, and nonetheless having another great showing. I forgot to mention this, but the second pack, have all come down into the pits. They have all made their stops now, leaving this into the hands of this second pack. But as you see the people come off pit road, Deport Eddie's already made his stop, so I think he's on the lead lap. I actually don't know where Deport Eddie is, but he's joined up in this second pack. They're not all together yet, though, so this is going to take a second for them to get all grouped up. Meanwhile, the leading pack is right behind them, and if they can't get grouped up in time, they're going to get their pole, and then they're going to start to really gain some time. But they're probably going to have to come into pits soon. Looks like we lost some drivers. It looks like Wild Guy and Hunter have lost the tow, although it looks like they'll be able to make it up in pit stops when they come down. No, it doesn't look like it. They're coming down this time, so it looks like they're going to lose the draft of that. Second pack is right here. Deport Eddie's all the way out there on his own. So now they're starting to pull away. Leading pack has kind of lost a bit of its numbers here with just not 10 laps to go. How many laps do we have? Probably 12, I think. Well, it looks like 12. This leading pack has caught the what's going to be lap cars of Hack and Load Broke, and they go low. Kind of a bit of a dispute on which lane they want to take. Mole was not playing around, went right to their inside and took it. And now they're coming into pit road. Presumably this time, yes, here we go. Have to be perfect here on the brakes. Have to be perfect here trying to get onto pit road with the amount of pit road speed. And it looks like Tomato is going to win the race into pit road. The question is he going to be able to win the race off? Did he speed? Did any of them speed? Leader of this second pack, Crimson Sniper, is leading in the middle lane, kind of snaking down to the bottom. They have a very big pack on them, so they might be able to make this work. We'll see. Drivers coming off. Flash Champs, looks like he might have sped or had to take some tires. I don't know, but here we go. They're all off of pit road. Someone is still on pit road. Rock NASCAR got a slow stop. Looks like Wild Guy and Hunter and Mr. J all might have sped. Where does the second pack join in comparison to our leaders? Well, our leaders, or 4 leaders actually now. Looks like High Road and Flash Champs are going to be left out to dry. Eric Pluto jumps in a second, or at least they're going to check up and try to catch Mr. High Road. Where is the second pack? So now they're all here. But now the tables have turned. They've lost a lot of cars. And it's just down to a group of 5, I think. They're all still kind of slowing. Meanwhile, this group of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Group of 11 versus a group of 5. You don't need to be a mathematician to know that that does not equal up. They're going to be a little screwed. Just coming now to 10 laps to go. Actually, they're coming to 9 laps to go this time. Looks like they're kind of just checking up right now. Mole's trying to check up the run. Looks like they're starting to battle a little bit more. They know they have their freedoms to kind of do this. So they're going to just try and battle. Meanwhile, all in this second pack, they're all finally gotten ordered out. I mean, they have been ordered out for the last few laps. Quite a few laps, actually. They're now going to get past Flash Champs. Crimson Sniper has done an incredible job of holding that inside line and keeping everyone in check. Everyone knowing their role and just trying to catch the leaders with a common goal. 8 laps to go when they cross the line this time. And they're doing all they can. They're pushing as aggressively as they can to try and make up time. But that second pack is coming, and coming quick. It's inevitable, as they would say. It is inevitable that this second pack is going to catch the leaders. It's just going to be a matter of when. Deport Eddie now back down pit road for a second time. Looks like Hunter and Mr. J, YO Guy, all going to lose the draft of that second pack. Might be a little late to that news, but yeah. So there you see, they're definitely gaining. About half a straightaway behind them. Still got the advantage of numbers, and they're doing a great job of pushing too. Like, look at this. All bumper to bumper. Storm a little loose there. But at least the top 3, they're all pushing super aggressively. All keeping right to each other's back bumpers. 7 laps to go when leaders cross line now. High Road is... wait, hold on. I just want to make sure this is 7. Yeah, 7 laps. High Road is kind of actually... is what's hurting this pack, because he's not pushing them. He's kind of pulling out high in the corners and chilling, which isn't allowing for them to have a max amount of pushers, and so it's slowing them down, if anything, without like him actually slowing them down. He's just not helping, so it's causing them to lose more speed. See right there, you only have 4 cars pushing in a 5-car pack. And High Road, since he's just not pushing and helping, he's just pulling. He's getting pulled. He's not contributing anything to this group effort. It's like, yeah, he's not contributing anything to the group project, and he's still going to get an A on it. Or maybe even an F, because they might get caught by this pack. 6 laps to go. And while I did say that it's going to be a matter of when they catch them, they might not. Their pace of catching them, despite working together, is not really working at all. I mean, there they are. They're now entering into 3. By all means, they are closing the gap on them, but the gap is so great that it might just be insurmountable. Deport Eddie's just up ahead too, and they're gonna pick him up, and then they're gonna have his draft. Coming to 5 laps to go, it might just be out of the window for that second pack. And now it's just a 5-way fight for the stage win. Deport's going to be fighting his best to stay on the lead lap. He doesn't want to go another lap down. He needs to try and beat out these leading pack guys, be the first one back to the line in comparison to them. It's going to slot right in behind the High Road. That is also going to help him. Adds another pusher to the group. Still kind of wobbly there, all hitting the apron. Yeah, just not really gaining anything. That is tough. I did say earlier on that Gyru's, I have seen packs of fewer cars able to beat out these kind of larger packs just because they're able to push a lot better. None of them are hitting the apron. They're all in perfect sync in pushing, and they're all just very single file, not not lifting off the bumper. 4 laps to go right now. And there you see that second pack. Mole has led since the drop, has led, I believe, every lap since the drop of the green flag on the restart. He's done a great job of leading this pack. It's going to be a matter of can these guys get around. He does have his teammate, Hendrick teammate of Irate Pluto, right behind him in second. And you already saw him trying to peek down below the yellow line a bit, trying to find his way around the 24. Couldn't find anything there. 3 laps to go right now. Should have already mentioned that cautions have been turned off for the remainder of the stage. And I think if you're everyone else in this pack not named Mole, you're going to want to back off right before the white flag and then try and make your move on the back stretch. I think that's really kind of the best move possible to make. There are a lot of ways to make moves in super speedway racing here on this game. There's a bunch of strategies. You gotta wait off turn 4 to try it in the tri-oval. You can do it going into turn 1. You can do it going into off of turn 2 into 3. Or you could just try and ride the bottom and try and force them up the track. There are a lot of different ways to try and make overtakes on super speedways, but all of them can be tricky in their own right. 2 laps to go remaining in the stage, and you see Tomato already starting to pull off from behind the bumper of the 9. Now, with this huge run down the backstretch, does he pull high? No, the run is not there. It wasn't all conjoined with the rest of the pack. He's going to have to stick to the back bumper of Irate Pluto. There are a few lap cars up ahead, but I don't think they will be caught. Meanwhile, back here, it's all single file. That is not gonna last long though. As here we go, coming down to the green and white flag once they hit the start finish line. Last lap of stage number 1. Mole trying to hang on to get yet another stage victory on the season. Through 1 and 2. Irate Pluto has still not left that back bumper. Hyro trying to shove his way underneath the Rock NASCAR. Rock NASCAR not having any of it off of turn 2. This is where you're going to see Tomato try and pull out high with Rock. Does he go now, or is he going to have to wait until out of 4? Lap car is up ahead. Oh, and here we go. Irate Pluto tried to pull high. Nothing there. And yeah, it looks like the 17 and company are going to set up for out of turn 4. Irate Pluto trying to go high, but there's no run there. Coming off of 4 for the final time here in stage number 1. He's going to go high. Mole has to defend the bottom, though, from Tomato. Not going to get there, and he's going to do a masterful job of defending the attack. Coming down to the checkered flag here, it's Mole winning stage number 1. As meanwhile, Crimson Sniper is actually going to hold off the rest of the field, pick up a very respectable P6 in the stage. And some wild guy, or no, not some wild guy, Brad Ranger is going to be just ever so relieved that they did not catch him. Rock NASCAR 3rd, High Road 4th, Irate Pluto 5th, Crimson Sniper 6th, Kenny 7th, Storm 8th, SP 9th, LRS 10th, Drake 11th, Dusty 12th. That's all the names I can see for that. Clater 14th, Flash Champs 13th, Art Denny 15th, Hack 16th, Loadbroke 17th, Mr. J 18th, Wild Guy 19th, Hunter 20th. And that is all I can really see. They are now going back to stage 2. Drake is going to be leading it, and it looks like we do have a race retirement. Dusty Stud is now out of the race. We saw his car, and you will see it here on pit road. Yeah, there it is. Dusty Stud, unfortunately, our first retirement of the night. Meanwhile, we head back to green. Drake now our new leader here. He leads Mole going into 1. What are they doing going 3 wide here for last? I will never understand it. Well, Drake's still holding on to the lead. Now, usually, or sometimes Drake tends to forget to pit. So now left wondering if this is a strategy call by Drake in that he did pit and he's just gotten himself into lead, or if he's just actually screwed and forgot to pit. Regardless, he's definitely off strategy from the rest of the field, so he's going to be very reluctant to give up this top spot as he wants to be dictating the pace. And that is what helps with leading at super speedways. Sometimes it can be hard. Like, yes, you got to hold the inside line. You got to hold this line perfectly. You got to make sure everyone is following you. You got to block the rest of the field. But one of the benefits is that you can dictate the... Actually, that's not even a benefit. You have to dictate the pace. And you could try and let off and save some fuel, but that is equally going to maybe get you ran over or get past. And right now, Crimson Sniper and company are trying to work the outside lane. Look at this! Crimson Sniper, Kenny, LRS, Storm, and company all on the outside. Sniper clears for the race lead, and he's choosing to stick up on the outside. Now Kenny clears for second. When do they come down now? Kenny and Sniper leave the rest out to dry. Oh, and Storm turned down into the field. He winds up the track. Contact between Drake and Rock. They stay straight as they lose touch with that second pack who's side by side. Crimson Sniper into the lead. And how about that? Leading that second pack all through stage number 1, and now he's leading the main pack here in stage 2. In great effort. Sniper really loves he likes super speedway racing. He said it a few times, and right now doing that 99 proud, leading up front and doing a great job. LRS though, not to be outdone, still leading on that outside lane. He's got Tomato Storm and SP all working with him, and now Mole pops up high. That's a risky move. A lot of drivers may go underneath him though. Don't want to leave these drivers to try and get the better of them, but they're just making it work on that outside lane. All pushing together. That inside lane has no energy. Can Mole clear for the race lead? This bottom lane's really going to have to start to pick it up. Drake's got to get to the bumper of Rock. Otherwise, they might be done for. Out of 4, there's just no energy on that inside lane. That outside lane is all synced up perfectly. Mole's cleared for the race lead if he wants to come down, but he's not coming down just yet. Here's there more drivers on the bottom. It's really just Drake. Oh, but Wild Guy up at the outside wall in the back. That's going to lose him the draft. But this inside lane is just not able to connect. And Drake is really what's getting them, that he can't get to the bumper of Rock NASCAR. And all of those outside lane drivers are going to prevail to and clear for the lead. All of them still running the outside. Look at Rock NASCAR going down to the inside by himself. That'll make a few people want to jump down. Mole jumps down. Storm tried to. Now Clater gets past all of them. He dives down low. Mole now has to try and dictate the pace. He's got to choose to block that inside or work high, and he chooses to go low. Abandons that outside pack. There's just a run, too big of a run. He had to go down to defend, leave him out. Clater and Rock NASCAR made great moves. Chose to work with that outside lane. Dove down when the inside lane was wide open for the taking, and they're going to be able to secure the 2 and 3 running positions. As for the rest of that outside lane pack, well, they're still trying to work it. Kenny now to the outside, and look at this. Top 3 are all left by themselves. Everyone else went to the top, and they're going to have to be careful here. They're going to have to try and get up onto the outside lane. Watching from Rock, everyone is now migrated to the outside lane. Drake now finally having to succumb to his strategy, now pits. But this top 3, they're all so connected that everyone else in the outside lane just can't seem to get anything going. And now Dr. Clater moves up to the outside lane. Crimson Sniper moved up to the outside lane. Looks like Mole's going to try and follow through. He goes to the outside lane to defend. Rock NASCAR's the only one left on that inside lane. Can't do anything about it. It's inevitable. When do they all pull down low here? Looks like now Sniper, Kenny, and LRS all pull to the bottom. Now Clater and Mole pull down to the bottom. This is going to be joined by the rest of the field. Oh, never mind. Crimson Sniper going right back up top. Mole going down to block. Sniper tried to fall down the middle. Clater now left all by himself. Big stack up there on the outside lane. Storm's now going to have to be sent down the middle. Rock NASCAR goes down his inside. He's got help from Irate Pluto. My goodness, what in the world is happening here? Drake's now back on the track. He's just up ahead. And Sniper, he's got Kenny pushing him well throughout this race so far. And we wouldn't be surprised to see them try and pull down low. Yeah, really, I'm a little surprised they don't try it right now. Or at least Sniper doesn't. Oh, and it looks like he is now Mole going down to block. Although he has to back off. He's doing a great job of blocking this field. Now goes up high, but the run's coming from the bottom. Wrong choice there. Sniper gets help from Dr. Clater. Now clears back for the race lead. Unbelievable battle we have up here. Finally, people starting to realize the outside lane actually works. If you just try it, it works. Who would have thought? Oh my goodness. You love to see it. Drivers finally realizing that all these years there is an outside lane and it does work. Oh my goodness. You love to see it. 19 laps left in stage number 2. Still a lot of racing left, and we're going to have to make another pit stop. But I guess finally that outside lane's kind of lost a bit of its juice. More people starting to pull the inside lane. Or no. No, look at this. They're starting to build up energy again. Drake is going to be caught very soon. Hyro chops the nose off his teammate. That's going to kill a bit of momentum. And I don't know if Hyro knows what he wants to do. He kind of wants to pull up high and help this pack, but doesn't really know if he should. And what does Drake do here? Drake going to pull up high. That's actually going to give Mole some tow. Yeah, because, well, what in Hyro is going dipping below the apron a bit. He is really struggling with the handling of that car. Drake going all the way to the outside. He's probably going to be the first one to lap down, I think, unless Deeport has some damage. Oh, and now Hack pulls up high. Mole goes down low. Everyone else trying to stick up high. Been a lot of shuffling throughout the field. Oh, car on the wall. Hunter rides up the track, and now Brad Ranger's coming into pit road. Interesting. I don't know why that would be. We haven't hit our fuel window yet. We are going to expect to see pit stops come within the next 8 laps or so. And now Hyro's down the sucker hole, but that's equally a very dangerous spot. It's going to tighten up right down there. Hyro bouncing off all the other cars on his way to the back, and looks like they all are able to keep it single file or straight. This top 5 has just sat very calmly, let this all kind of settle itself out. Goes Crimson Sniper leading, Dr. Clater second, Irate Pluto in third, Flash Champs fourth, and Mole is now chilling in fifth. See what's going on back here on board our Denny. People still trying to hold on to what they can on the outside lane. That wasn't going to work. Oh, Kenny slammed the door on our Denny. Thought he was clear. Probably not. Just an aggressive move there. 7 laps left of fuel for the majority of the field's tank. Hunter now trying to, I don't really know what that was. Probably just trying to make a run around Tomato. Lap car up ahead, that is Brad Ranger. Look how they're catching Deeport so quickly. That is something I haven't talked about yet, and I talk about usually a lot when we're on super speedways, is in these next-gen cars, the biggest change, or one of the biggest changes I feel like for super speedway racing, is the closing rates of the draft. The draft is just so much more effective in the next-gen cars that you have to really back off if you don't want to go for a move. And if you want to go for a move, you can go from all the way on back, all the way to the front. So much speed in the draft and so much closing rates that moves and runs can be made from so far back. Like, watch this. Closing rates so fast, already to the back bumper. Look at this. pulling out high, but then that's the thing. Once you pull out, it's initially going to be pretty fast, but unless you have support, it's just like hitting a brick wall. They got nothing. They're already stalled out. Outside still trying to make it work though. Red Ranger still up ahead, giving some pull or some tow to Crimson Sniper. This might be the most laps Crimson Sniper's led so far this season in this race. It's a great effort from the 99. And Trackhouse Racing, I would say, prides himself on having a really good super speedway program. They got a really great driver combination. SP, LRS, Tomato, all below the yellow line. That it got pretty dicey back there. I don't know what really caused that, but man, that had a lot of drivers like quivering in their boots. I think it might have something to do with that 7. Looks like they're all going to be fine. Oh, and here we go. We got one driver coming in. We got a few drivers coming in. Crimson Sniper, SP, and company. It looks like Hunter was also coming down there. Yes, he was. LRS is in there. And Kenny is also down pit road. So is Storm. Very small group of drivers come down to pit there. This will get them to the end of the stage, as we have 14 laps left. Now, actually 13 laps left of stage number 2. But expect to see some pit stops coming quickly. Second pack is kind of broken off towards the back from people, or that's probably caused from the first group of pitting. We might see some more people coming down pit road there. Let's see. Off 4, how many pull down low? None of them. Very interesting. Out of pit road, Storm, SP, LRS, Hunter, all grouped up together. It looks like Mr. Kenny, who did pit from a little far back from the group, has been left out to dry, and now up to speed. They're all going to have to try and get together and build as much as they can. I don't know what. Oh, yeah, Crimson Sniper pitted. Yeah. Oh, Sniper. Speeding on pit road, presumably, and he's lost the tow and has gone a lap down to the leaders. That's a tough break for our race leader. Or for what was our race leader. Dr. Clater is leading now, but will we see them come to pit road this time? Still no. I would presume within the next 2 laps they're going to have to come down pit road. Meanwhile, Storm leading this group. They're all pushing very well together. That, I believe, is Kenny just up ahead of this leading pack. And then after Kenny, they will see Sniper. Actually, I don't think they will see Sniper. They'll see the group because I don't know how the group kind of unfolded after that. Let's see here. Off of 4. Now, do we see any pull down low? Yes, we do. And it's just Irate Pluto. That is going to screw him a bit. Could not go any longer on fuel. Couldn't convince the others to come down with him. Everyone else trying to go the maximum amount they can in this group to try and separate themselves from this second pack. Our Denny also came down pit road. Could not go any longer on fuel for them. And these guys are about to pick up some Wyo guy, which is going to help them in their efforts of trying to make up some time. Bass Pro Shop would be loving this. I mean, you don't really see this that often. But 2 Bass Pro Shop cars working together at Super Speedway. And then there's Save Big Money at Menards. Wyo guy is actually going to pull down low. He might be going to pit road. That's a yikes, but here we go. Everyone else come down pit road. Flash Champs, Rock, Load Broken, Hack, and Deport and Mole all coming down to pit road this time. Now, this is the group we're going to be watching out for. Is this one right here. Storm leading it. It's SP, LRS, Hunter. Our Denny did just come out of pit road, and he's all by himself. Irate Pluto also came down pit road. He's all by himself as well. That's going to say a lot about this group and how they're going to be and where they're going to come out, because those guys were by themselves. And now they're already into the trial. Well, leading off pit road now is Mole, followed by his teammate of Hack. So here they go. Now they're up to speed, or trying to get up to speed. Where is this second pack? Here they are, now coming out of the trial, led by Storm. Gonna get by Irate Pluto here. They're gonna get past High Road. Now it's just about getting through everyone else. They're all together. Everyone else is all spread out, don't have the run. And now they have more members. They have Irate Pluto and Ardeni trying to help them. And they're all going to stick high here to get past Clater and Lodebrook, who didn't have good enough stops for them. Leading up here in this main pack is Mole, but it's just Mole, Rock, NASCAR, and Hack all by themselves. Everyone else is so spaced out. Finally up to speed. I think they're finally up to speed at least. And look at this pack they've now managed to draft in. Irate Pluto, that's Clater, and that's Ardeni. They're starting to form a real big group together. Deport, Flash, and Tomato are all going to be chewed up next. Storm's going to be in their toe right before they reach turn 1. Huh. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. My controller was still on. Now I can hear game volume from my headset. I don't know. Anyways, I'm back. They have now caught Flash Shams, Tomato, Deport. Choose not to go around them, but this time just stick in line. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 3. Now we had 11 versus 5 last time. They didn't work. 11 versus 3. This time it better work. 7 laps to go when they cross the line. There's got to be no excuse here. They got to be able to get to them. Hack, Mole, and Rock. Wyo Guy is just up ahead. And these guys are closing quick. Wyo Guy going to go another lap down here. I think he's going to elect to go. Yeah, he's going to pull out high here. Let them all go. Look at Flash Champs here leading this pack. I think I saw someone going sideways there for a second. No, but they're all very straightforward here. Good strategy call, and they all were able to get together. And now they're going to have Wyo Guys pull, and this is going to set up for a big move, potentially, going before they even reach one. Huge closing rates here from the second pack. Here they go, all the speed. They're going to pull out high. 6 laps to go as they cross the line. Does Mole go to block? Yes, he does. But can he get past him? No! Perfect block there. That's going to stack up the outside lane. Everyone now scrambling to try and pick up what remains. And now Hack's going to go down to the inside trying to take the lead from his teammate. And Flash Champs couldn't go any higher, couldn't go any lower. And Mole just placed that car right where it needed to be, just in time. Perfect block. And now gets it to come back down in front of his teammate, and just like that, it's just like Stage 2 started all over again. Everyone all grouped together, but they're bouncing off each other in the mid-pack. Tomato bounced off Deport, bouncing off of Wyo Guy, and they all stay straight, but just barely so. Wyo Guy's kind of the weird catalyst here, as he is a lap down, and is just sticking in line here. 5 laps to go remain in stage number 2. It looks like Ardeni has lost the draft of that pack. And further back, it looks like they're still fighting very aggressively just to stick in line. Oh, now Wyo Guy's going to choose to let them all go. Very honorable efforts. I don't know what Deport just wants his toe for a second there. Coming to 4 laps to go. This time a much bigger pack than we had last time for stage 1. We're going to see some moves start to be made a lot. There's going to be a bigger urge to make some moves. We'll just put it that way. Hendrick Motorsports has 3 of their 4 cars in the top 4 right now. Looks like Tomato might have lost the draft, and others. Looks like, who else might have lost the draft? I think it's just Tomato. No, Tomato's got the draft to Wyo Guy. He might actually still stay in it. It's going to be really close, though. 4 laps to go. There's the second pack, Mr. J. And then you got Kenny and Drake and Brad Ranger. Meanwhile, 3 laps remain. Sorry. Yeah, now coming... No, actually, there are 4 laps to go, so we're coming to 3. Two laps to go right now. Sorry, there's just something. I just have to make sure to take care of. Might have to step away in just a few seconds, but it's not gonna really affect you all too much because you'll still be seeing this. Move starting to be made, and looks like we kind of missed this. Pack is starting to break away. They might be just trying to make a move on this bigger pack, but ultimately they might have just lost too much ground to really make a move. But here we go. Mole was in this position just about 27 laps ago. He won stage 1. Can he hold on to stage 2 this time? Green and white flag is out. 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. Irate Pluto holding back here off of turn number 2. He's going to be looking to make a move. Maybe no. He's to the back bumper of Rock NASCAR. Everyone else is just not joined together to try anything. I don't think Hack is going to be leaving that bumper of the 24. We'll have to see. Tomato and company now pulling to the outside lane. All a little misconjoined. Don't think they're going to have enough to really try anything here. As here comes Crimson Sniper. Crimson Sniper holds down the bottom lane. Goes to block. Hack puts Mole on the wall. Oh my goodness. What was that? Crimson Sniper held the bottom, went up, and then that caused huge pandemonium. They're all hitting off each other, and Hack is going to steal stage number 2. Oh, Mole is not going to be too happy with that. I mean, nothing wrong. Big wreck off of turn number 4 coming into the tri-oval there. Storm was wrecking through the grass. And Hack is going to steal his first stage win of the season. Irate Pluto 2nd, Rock 3rd, Clater 4th, Flash Champs 5th, Dusty Stud 6th. Wait. Dusty Stud 6th. Wait a minute. What? What? Dusty Stud was scored in 6th. SP 7th, Morton 8th, Mole 9th, and Lowbrook 10th. But Dusty Stud hasn't left pit road. And yet they scored. What is going on? He is on pit road, right? What is going on? Can I not see Dusty Stud? We're back racing regardless. That was... What is going on? Can I not see him? Because it said he was scored 6th. We're back green regardless. Hack is your leader. Just want to make clear. Dusty Stud is on pit road for me. Like, this is Dusty Stud, and it says he was scored 6th. I am really confused. I'm going to be looking... I can't see his pit road, so I'll have to check. There are 22 cars in this field. Hack and Rock still lead. 31 laps left to go in the race. That is just one pit stop. This outside lane's really trying to work something here. Can't seem to find anything yet. They're all going to pull back down to the bottom. I am trying so hard to find Dusty Stud on the stream. Actually, let me go to another stream. Let me head to Dusty Stud's. Wait. What? So you're not going to believe this, alright? But the reason why there's a gap between SP and Rock is because apparently on my screen, Dusty Stud is not there on my screen. Dusty Stud on my screen is on pit road, but apparently Dusty Stud is running third right now in between SP and Rock. There's a car, invisible car, on the track. I cannot see Dusty Stud. Wow, that is crazy. And Dusty Stud is not, his stream's still up. He's running third. He's doing fine. That is crazy. I'm going to have to check Dusty Stud's stream. I'm going to have to watch Dusty Stud's stream now because otherwise I'll have no idea where he's running. That's crazy. That has never happened before. I'm also going to have to step away for just a second, so I'll be right back. I am now back. And I have food. So, to hold me over for the rest of this race. So I'll kind of just be chilling. As you guys have probably been watching, actually, I've been watching on the stream, but I have not seen who's lost the draft. Lodebrooks lost the draft, and that's it, I think. Yeah. Oh, Hack has lost the draft too. Hack, Rock, SP. Never mind. So just Lodebrooks lost the draft? Hack still leads this thing. It's been a while since we've seen that 48 go to victory lane. We have 10 laps left for fuel tank for the rest of the field. 23 laps to go. And 5 laps until we're good to the end on fuel. I'm very surprised. No one's really lost except for Lodebroke. There is still an invisible car on my screen, so I still can't see Dusty Stud. He's still in 3rd. And yeah. This outside lane's still trying to work. It's not really going anywhere. Oop. I'm gonna take this. Hold on, I'm just testing something. Oh, that's unfortunate. So if I mute my microphone... Wait. My microphone's muted, so I guess... Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Anyways. Yeah. Here. I'm gonna do something really quickly. Just go ahead and give me 1 second.